workday passes, and finally the sweet relief of Friday has arrived. You decide to celebrate the week's ending and the weekend's beginning by going out. You get in your car and head towards town. You pull into the familiar main street where your local businesses and shops you know by heart are being passed. You pull into a familiar parking stall and head towards your local tavern. This is the typical night for many people that live in Wisconsin. Why is this the norm, and why is Wisconsin still considered the #1 drinking state? The answer to that question can be answered with one simple word: tradition. Before Wisconsin was even established state in 1848, alcohol already had an established presence. The settlers brought their knowledge of brewing and their want for consumption to the state. This grew and grew and grew to the 1900s and grew more all the way until Prohibition, where Wisconsin still continued to consume and produce alcohol. Before Wisconsin was a state in 1848, there was already an established presence of alcohol. There had been breweries in Wisconsin since 1830, and by 1860 there were nearly 200 breweries already in Wisconsin. According to the Wisconsin Historical Society, breweries helped Wisconsin's economy tremendously. The farmers sold their grain to the breweries, and in return the breweries would give farmers their byproducts. Breweries sponsored local events, and they also helped with employment. German immigrants brought their knowledge of brewing, so they made great workers in the breweries. They also brought their traditional lager, which widened what the breweries could sell. In 1848, Wisconsin finally became a state, and laws needed to be made and alcohol needed to be controlled. Through 1848 to the 1900s, alcohol grew. According to Times Magazine, in the 1850s, the U.S. held a mini prohibition. Wisconsin did not take part in this. There was a division between the German and New England settlers. Saloons were being targeted because they were thought to cause all the problems of the drunks. In 1890, there was a brewery in every community. There were as many breweries as there were churches. Many communities were built around breweries. Breweries today have been established since then. Leinenkugel's has been established since 1867 and is one of Wisconsin's largest breweries. Miller Lite was founded in 1855 and is Wisconsin's largest brewery today. They were the leaders in technology, which helps us brew the way we do today. According to an article about Wisconsin's breweries, Stevens Point Brewery was founded in 1857 and is still around to this present day as well. Like today in Wisconsin, there were those for and against alcohol. Wisconsin alcohol was on the rise, and Wisconsin and the nation began to wonder how they were going to control it. In the 1900s, more technology was made. Pabst, a local brewery in Wisconsin, was one of the first to travel outside of the state to sell their brews. Breweries also sponsored saloons so that they could have signs, advertise, and finance them so that people would know about their product. Saloons had one saloon for every 150 people. All of a sudden, Prohibition hits Wisconsin and the nation. Breweries were forced to make different products such as near beer, soda, cheese, and ice cream. Some breweries made malt syrup according to Prohibition Wisconsin, an article. The Wisconsin State Journal also reports that during this time, bars made fish fries to try to attract customers legally. Crime rates went through the roof. This is when bootlegging became very popular, and gangsters such as Al Capone were on the rise. Al Capone also had hideouts in Wisconsin and flew in alcohol on our states. Everyday citizens also turned into criminals because of consuming and brewing the alcohol. Homemade brews were very popular during this time, and they brought on many illnesses and deaths. According to Times Magazine, in 1926, Wisconsin legislator amended the nation's prohibition so that breweries could make 2.75% alcohol. Times Magazine also reported that in 1929, Wisconsin Senator John J. Blaine amended the Constitution, and by 1933, prohibition had ended. Wisconsin was determined to keep its rights so that businesses could flourish. Because of alcohol, our economy has been what it is. Today remains the same. In Wisconsin today, breweries are still a very important part of our economy. According to Malone, Sand Creek Brewery still makes award-winning beers, although it has switched hands since the 1900s, such as Oscar's Oatmeal Chocolate Stout. And Capital Brewery, although it only circulates in Wisconsin, still makes award-winning beers. The Tavern League of Wisconsin also reports that today there's one bar for every 400 people. Wisconsin is a leader in alcohol production, technology, and consumption before it was even a state. Our ancestors came here with the history, knowledge, and skills to produce it. For over a century, it has been a part of us, longer than we've been a dairy state. Our roots are entwined, and our economy has flourished because of it. We have jobs and recreational activities. The tradition of the fish fry has also come out of this.